Big Bang Theory. Something you theists almost always get wrong. Now, I don't understand why this is, because plenty of people have explained it to you. Now, something you have to understand about this theory is it's not necessarily a hot ball of gas. The very fabric of space-time is affected in this theory. It might help if we do a little thought experiment. Instead of thinking of the Big Bang, think of the Big Shrink. Imagine every atom in your body suddenly being billions and billions of times larger than it currently is, while at the same time, the fabric of space-time would remain the same. The effect would be that everything that we see, all the material in the universe, would suddenly appear to be closer to each other. In much the same fashion as if you took a balloon and put a whole bunch of dots on it when it was blown up, and then deflated it. All the little dots would be closer together. You see, there wasn't an explosion in the normal sense of the word. It wasn't like we had this big expanse of nothing with a little itty-bitty tiny singularity of hot gas that just suddenly decided to explode into the surrounding space. There was no surrounding space. It was all that there was.
If the universe just came from nothing and went into something, nothing was involved in it, then that would kind of be illogical of me, wouldn't it? Just to say that the universe came to be nothing, turned into something without any outward higher power doing it. Just think about it. That's why I believe in God.
This whole why is there something instead of nothing, which is a loaded question, because there's never nothing. Nothing is just something that we made up, pretty much like God. See, all we know of is something, is stuff. Even in a complete vacuum, you still have space-time. You still have the fabric of the universe. Now, this fabric of this universe is what did the expanding, and all the material that was caught up in it went along for the ride. The ride hasn't ended. It's still going on. And we're on the ride because we are the fabric of space-time. We are the universe. We are the consciousness of the universe. We are the only gods here. Even Jesus said that ye are gods. For by a simple act of will, we have the ability to warp space-time. We appear to move through it. And our mass affects gravity and time. Ever so slightly, we have a gravitational field. And when we move, we warp space-time. Now, one thing the Big Bang Theory never, ever, ever says is that everything came from nothing. Nothing came from nothing. There never was nothing. There never will be nothing. You theists like to take this idea, this notion of nothing, and somehow squeeze God in there. All alone in this vast void of darkness. For eons and eons and eons and eons and eons. All by his lonesome. Which makes not a lick of sense. Then for some strange reason he decided to create a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, that's ridiculous. Think about that story. That's just utterly ridiculous. You're taking nothing, a place of nothing. Some reason, somehow, there's this God in this place of nothing. And with nothing to base the template on, he decides to make a whole lot of something. Show me this nothing, because you can't find it. It's an artificial mental construct. A human creation thought. Nothing does not exist in this place that we found in. Even where there's nothing, there's space-time. What the Big Bang Theory attempts to state is that everything has always existed. The Big Bang Theory basically says the exact opposite of what you seem to think it says. Everything has always existed. The only thing that changes is the state of matter and the warpage of space-time. The very fabric of space-time is this plastic, elastic, stretchy stuff. It's not this straight line. It's not flat like a table. It's more like the surf at the ocean. And scientists don't have all the answers. And neither do you. Fact is, we know very little about this place. But making up shit, imaginary fairy tale goblins and monsters and gods doesn't help clear up the confusion. And if you want to debate the Big Bang Theory, read National Geographic, Popular Science, Omni, Watch a few videos. You will very quickly learn that nothing comes from nothing. All the Big Bang Theory is saying is this fabric of space-time is stretchy. And at one point in time was compressed really tightly. Either it was compressed really tightly or everything else was really, really big. Kind of like down the rabbit hole with Alice in Wonderland. Nothing comes from nothing. Stuff has always been here. And if stuff has always been here, you do not need a creator. See, this is this tricky little thing that you guys like to do. You say, well, the universe was created, you had the Big Bang, everything came from nothing. You started off right out of the gate with an erroneous statement. It's kind of cheating or lying. At best, it's very misleading. We are not saying nothing came from nothing. Everything we know about science says that something comes from something. Not only that the something has always existed. As far as we know, none of this stuff was created. Does it need to be created? Doesn't need a creator. It apparently has always existed and always will.